provides you so much setup and the ability to stop what Weibo are doing. The moment that a fight slows down or allows for Weibo to start to pick up speed, you're going to have an Orianna Shockwave. You're going to have a Gwen.
There is an on-the-way ping on the top side of the map, either from Xiaoshu or Shun communicating, hey, look at this wave that is now stacking up against me. I have Chunk Breathe below 50% HP. He just used Teleport. The only thing this guy has is Ghost, so he has to be careful. Otherwise, he could be in trouble. But this is actually signaling a lane swap for Pays to go over to the top side of the map. And now that Xiaoshu has the teleport advantage over Breathe, he's going to be able to port to the bottom side.
Wait,
Shun
they can actually play for this.
Wait a minute, they're not going to get this dragon. They're able to push them off of it. Shun, Scout, and Jewel all contest Tien. And now it's at 700 HP. Shun should be able to clean this up. That's first dragon going over to JDG. Weibo just completely dropped the ball.
JDG got this done to them just last night. Weibo, they played the Rumble into Aurora matchup, and for Breathe, he saved his teleport so he can make a play on the opposite side of the map and did this exact line of play. Crisp is, for some reason, on this side of the map. He should be able to get out, but Dwo's here. I don't like this.
Shockwave. Oh no, the anti-synergy! Chris flashed away! Oh no, more anti-synergy between both supports. Okay, guys, this series doesn't matter. It's fine. Chris, maybe just get out alive. But now double flash, we're missing skill shots. We finally hit something. JDG pick up first blood.
Well,
oh my
okay,
God.
it doesn't matter. We got the kill. Camps that he can do, obviously blue buff available, the wolves as well. No movement from JDG. I mean, they had a few of those really important abilities. Killer Instinct available for Pays. The Weaver's Wall that we had mentioned, not used. So potentially in setup for what could be a dragon in 2 minutes time. And I think pretty dangerous here for JDG to play around with. We haven't seen much of that explosiveness historically to the LPL that have fallen, I think, on hard times so far in 2025.
Decent setup onto Scout. Oh, the seismic shove was trying to see if Chris was going to come in, but shoot from over the wall! Flash Cataclysm follows Xiaohu over his own flash. The flag and drag takes down the Summer Sabertooth.
Farm, especially for players like Breathe and Xiaohu right now. So you can see that Crisp trying to toe the line. Tien had actually made his way towards the top side and got himself another scuttle. So he's going to start to crawl out to a little bit more of a lead. And speaking of Tien, I think an amazing achievement here. 700 games in the LPL.
He has been the key to Weibo Gaming's early success when he is able to find a massive start. But right now it's all about Chris finding a dive onto Xiaoshu and taking up as many turret shots as possible. And Breathe doesn't even get the chance to finish off the kill. It is the Ignite from Chris that deals the finishing blow.
But Breathe is going to get a hell of a lot of gold here. It's not going to stay. Wonder what kind of play they're looking for. Maybe even opening up for Breathe to find a teleport cover for the bottom side. But the kill going over to Chris, not bad. And now you see that JDG want to see if they can get Xiaohu. No flash.
Oh, nice delayed combo from Zhuo to make sure that Pays and Scout have enough time to follow up on the play. Feat of Warfare secured for JDG. Breathe teleports to the bottom side, but it seems like the play is already over. And Weibo, the best that they can do is just make sure that they do not give over too many plays.
It's an important timer there. Scout has to be so careful.
Scout has no mana. He has flash, but can he get over the wall in time? He can't get over, and Tien is just going to flash up and Breathe dies under the tower, but now Shun will look to punish the Gwen with a Cataclysm to lock him down, and JDG moved to 4 kills.
He's going to be disappearing, but Xiaoshu is getting a ton of gold in return.
Between Worlds is not available for Xiaoshu. Xiaohu knows that he has lethal in the 1v1 and punishes the Bunny Witch. Reset so that Weibo Gaming don't get a free objective for themselves, but they're going to be able to burst it down, and JDG don't look like they have a way to recontest.
I think JDG are about to get feats of strength, though, because this will... Oh, no, they don't, because they took the turret.
Wall is completely gone. Rift Herald is going to get dropped here by Tien.
I don't think that was intentional. I think he was looking to put down a ward or use his sweeper here, so JDG are going to get this entire Herald, but will they grab the dragon? Because that puts them on Soul Point if that's the case.
Weibo don't want to give it over easily. No one from the Rift Herald. Oh, flash pulverize Ron into Chris. He's able to wall slam, but it doesn't even matter. He gets
the dragon's gonna go down
anyway. Light able to burst out the cow. 2000 HP. Who's gonna get the dragon? Shun secures it for JDG. That's the objective feats of strength for JDG secured. They are now on Soul Point, and if they can mitigate these deaths,
some level of improvement from this player, and now JDG find themselves on Soul Point here in this game in a way that really, I think, augments their ability to play, because now every 5 minutes they are inviting Weibo to fight, and you need to be able to hit on timers. If you can get that Infernal Soul, I think it makes the game so much easier to play.
So far, a lot of the problem individuals on JDG that we have given heavy criticism have at least
our Ascend group, but always a possibility with the level of play we've been seeing from them. Now, an Otacon started, and Xiaohu is nowhere near this fight.
Joel, all you gotta do is just keep Tien out of the pit. Keeper's verdict, not in time. Otacon secured for Shun once again, and now Weibo have to decide if they want to pursue the chase or if this is now a lost fight. Joel is angling for another headbutt pulverized combo, but Breathe was chunked to 50%.
Oh,
Pace! Looks for Gwen! One more auto attack! Good night, Breathe!
That's another one. We might get right into another fight. Tien's dead.
Tien gets knocked up and caught up. He's bent by Pays. He picks up the double. Light now surrounded by all 5 members of JDG. The Shockwave, as Shun is not able to buffer the flag and drag through the Shockwave. And so Xiaohu does manage to get out alive, but JDG able to deal a heavy swing against Weibo in this series. Scout? Flash on the Xiaohu, finds the seismic shove. Okay, Scout. I see you.
Okay, JDG, they said yesterday was a fluke. Let's go take our free win. That's going to be Chris dying again. So uncharacteristic for this squad to be messing up on Poppy, a champion that was so pivotal for them in multiple series across the year. And they lose out on the mid-tier one as well.
This is a start for JDG in this game 1. And for JDG fans watching at home, I think the only thing they can say is, where was this yesterday, guys?
I mean, not even just yesterday. Can we, first of all, let's finish out this game, and then let's close out a series. Because we've seen JDG take now individual games off of a team like BLG, top esports as well. We've seen them be competitive in early games, but mid-game, sometimes their solo lanes like to get caught out, and we see that Pays is extra desperate trying to make plays. Dragon spawns now. This is Infernal Soul and Weibo are finding it impossible to walk into this river. Breathe of the
how did Breathe get onto the backside? Shockwave through Chris, finds Scout. That's the big shutdown going over to Gwen. Joe punts away Tien. Pays all in onto the backside of the fight. Shun falls up with a beautiful knockup, and now Xiaoshu is passing through the brush, trying to find Tien and chase him out of the jungle to deny the Infernal Soul away from Weibo. And it doesn't look like Tien will be able to get back in.
That's going to be Pace finishing off this dragon, and Rafa, we have got ourselves a game here. JDG looking to close this out within the next 4 to 5 minutes. Baron's going to be spawning in a minute and a half. Pace is 1v2 right now.
He just destroyed Tien. He's going to look for Chris next. That's the double for Kaisa, and that moves him to 7-0 on 3. Throughout the rest of the series, then JDG will put themselves on the best confident foot forward going into the play-in stage.
Mid-tier 2. Baron in 40. Recall. Let's spend our gold. We get to look in picture-in-picture.
Comrades. Xiaoshu tries to flash on top of it, but does not land the combo. Xiaoshu still pressuring through the mid-tier 3 turret. And the rest of Weibo now forced to respond to Xiaoshu, but that should be the signal for JDG to just start up the Baron. Guys, Atrundo's chasing my top laner. Please start the Baron. Please.
The bleach is back. The pocket sand is back. Do we have like all of the peripherals set up? And the stake technician just tells them it's all Scout. And they know.
Oh, beautiful seismic shot. The Shockwave does really not any damage on the Xiaoshu. That's just a third of his HP gone. Flash from Scout, another seismic shove finds Chris this time. And Weibo lose their 2 crucial jungle support fundamental squad. And without a smite from either the Unsealed Spellbook or the jungler himself, this should be a free Baron for JDG.
All right, 5 minutes ago, we were like, okay, can JDG cleanly close this game out? Took a little bit. We got the Baron finally. So Baron has now been taken here for JDG.
Will be disconnected for the rest of the series. And I'll come back for IG BLG.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's come back for BLG IG. Oh my. All right, there we go. It starts.
Okay. Step 1. Step 1. Weibo, now 5-4 for the next 43 damn seconds. We'll see if JDG
Zhuo's gonna die.
Problem solved. Zhuo is getting dropped. The enemy redemption tries to bring him lower, forces him to nearly 100 HP. Weibo are now effectively fighting a 5-on-3. I don't know if Zhuo has teleport in his arsenal. No, he doesn't. He's just running back from base. He can't even heal the full HP. Elder Dragon is being burned by Weibo. Shun, if there's one thing you can do, please, for the love of God,
steal it!
Steal this!
No!
The Keeper's Verdict is gonna put him away! 2,000 HP, it is gone! 2,000 gold will stall this game. Seismic Shove does not connect because he was immune, but the tier 2 turret is below 50% HP, and Crisp is trying to threaten on the other side of the wall. Objective bounty secured for Weibo.
Control the mid wave, and honestly, the only person missing Flash is going to be Light, but Valkyrie plus that summoner spell coming back up means it's an even objective. Xiao just loses that instantly.
JDG now have another champion to instantly target the next time you see this Orianna step into effective range of Shun and Zhuo. He goes for the headbutt pulverize onto Breathe. No one engages quite yet, just trying to test the waters here. Shun posturing, EQ is blocked by Crisp with the steadfast Precedent Keeper's Verdict. Punts away one, but they pop Crisp, and now they're looking for more. Two-man Cataclysm. Pays dives into the backline, looks for Shadow. He flashes away from the Shadow wave. Pays masterful on the Kaisa. A quadra kill for Shun, and JDG will finally put this game 1 to rest.
Ah, man, okay, it happened before to Pays where he had his Penta stolen, so Shun not getting it for himself feels bad. JDG, it took them 10 extra minutes, but they close out game 1.
Thankfully, Shun and Pays were able to lock shit down and ensure that JDG were able to pick up the first game of the series. JDG, their answer is for Pays to lock in a classic Zeri special, something that Pays is very familiar with. And this is a way that you can try and navigate through all the chaos.
Dude, just like, look at Xiaohu's items right now. Double Ruby Crystal so early on in this game. He has a hell of a lot of HP, and that's not even...
Oh, they're going
wait
in.
a minute.
Oh, but the hero's entrance is not going to find the knockup because Crisp was able to disengage, not even using the flash. Now he is, because Scout forces it out of him, but Xiaohu is caught in the middle of the taunt. Here comes Tian. He just hit level 6. Can he find the Supreme Display of Talent? Finds the Elemental Wrath empowered by the river for the stun. There's the Supreme Display of Talent, and Tian shows that it's just like riding a bike. You never forget how to play Kiana jungle.
So, a lot of questions left unanswered, or at least not satisfactory from JDG. We'll see if they can continue to maybe leverage some of the stronger aspects of their draft. And I think them contesting this is a little questionable. It is not. It is on Vision for them, but that's already 2 grubs here for Weibo, and they can happily retreat.
Supreme Display of Talent is a long cooldown, but I'm not sure if it's actually back up yet or not.
It's going to be up at 10.
JDG are trying to operate. Oh my goodness. Weibo able to secure all 3 grubs without any challenge from JDG.
Really problematic. I mean, look, Xiaohu gets priority in mid lane again, so Shun now loses his red buff on top of those 3 grubs. Oh,
and they're
wait
gonna
a
shift
minute.
the priority into diving the top side, looking for Pays. Supreme Display of Talent does not find him, but it forces Pays to flash, and he still dies anyways because this Tien throws out that last Elemental Wrath on the backside. Weibo now moved to 2 kills. Much of a problem Zed jungle can be.
Well, Weibo will get the first dragon. They'll get all 3 of these grubs, and I am struggling, Rafa, to find avenues for JDG to realistically get through this early game, because we have not seen the dive. We haven't really gotten a clear 5-on-5 team fight to actually for the rest of this game by JDG.
You know what's going to be very crucial for this fight, Dimitri? Look at how many stacks Shun still has yet to complete. Hang on. Bot side fight. Tian shows up and says, goodbye, Xiaoshu. That is Feat of Warfare secured. And they're going to be able to take out this bottom tier 1 turret without any challenge because Shun does not want to even pay a visit. And as I wanted to say before, Shun still has 2 stacks yet to complete for his jungle pet. So he still has a 900 smite while Tian has a 1200 smite. So it's going to be even harder to contest that Rift Herald.
Turn to start this Herald. It's going to be a Herald going over to Weibo as they already have the feats of strength, and Dragon spawns in 30. They can turn this into taking mid-tier 1 as well.
Dimitri, I hate to break your train of thought, but I don't think that's an Edge of Night. I think that's going to be a Spear of Shojin. It's into Shojin and then Black Cleaver once the armor starts coming through for JDG.
If I have 2,000 gold, I can build whatever the hell I want. I'm Ultimate Bravery at that point. All right, JDG though, Weibo a little too slow to walk around the map. They prioritize getting gold on the top side. They're going to summon Herald. They'll get this mid-play. There's a Cyclone available for Shun. It's Zhuo going.
They're looking for Tian again. Maybe he overplayed his hand this time. There's the hero's entrance for the follow-up, and the massive shutdown goes into the pockets of Scout, and he follows up right on top of Chris. Cyclone flash from Shun, but Xiaohu steps up, locks down the monkey, and Weibo trying to turn on the Jets and fight right back. Light throwing out the ricochets and the boomerang blades, holds his ground, and now they can turn on the heat. Xiaohu with the phase rush is able to walk forward, looks for Xiaohu, another overload. Xiaohu tries to look for light, but a beautiful flash on the Sivir ensures that he survives, and Weibo climb ahead to a 5,000 gold advantage.
Is gonna get him closer to 14. He's a minute and a half from finishing this Rod of Ages, so now what'll happen is Xiaohu is going to essentially probably skip the next 2 levels in my mind. And there's no way for JDG to step in.
Oh, Shun already chunked below 50% HP, tries to send it with the Cyclone. There's a Hero's Entrance. Multiple bounce houses being engaged. Supreme Display of Talent holds the line against JDG, and Tian is still trying to live through it all as he is able to fight with light through Xiaohu and JDG, trying to fight on their last legs. Flash from Scout, trying to dash in.
They're doing it.
Punch in the taunt, but Tian, look at him, he's just dancing on the Tian. Shun able to find one in the back, but Tian still survives through it all, and not a single member of JDG is able to stand against Tian's Kiana. They're going to shift their attention to the 3rd dragon of the game, not trying to flip the Otacon quite yet. They need to wait for a pick opportunity before they look at that objective.
There's just no way. Right now, it's how fast can Scout push this wave. He gets 2 waves on top. He'll recall and teleport, but he will not have Hero's Entrance for the next 20 seconds. You see that Weibo are starting this. JG, they opted for a teamfight composition that really wants to fight at all times, but they are too far behind, and now they're going to lose one of the most important objectives in the game.
Otacon not challenged by JDG. Trying to catch them as they exit this river, but can they even fight? That is the real question. Scout takes the Blast Cone over the wall. Posturing for the engage. Public execution. Here comes the Hero's Entrance. Right on top of Xiaohu and Crisp. Looking for light into the backline. Shun has to now deal with the Kiana, who is stunning him with the power of the Supreme Display of Talent and the Elemental Wrath. And they force Shun packing. Scout goes back in with the Justice Punch, but Tian is cooking on the Kiana. And just like that, it's not Weibo Gaming Tian, it's FPX Tian of 2019 back on Summoner's Rift, baby! Scout tries to send one last taunt, manages to get a trade onto Light, but the damage is done! Weibo Gaming find again another ace! Any real spells there?
They can just turn back to this objective, though. Do you really want to play into Tiana here?
Public execution right into the backline. Hero's Entrance going to be massive, but Xiaohu just gets destroyed by the Supreme Display of Talent. And now Xiaohu and the rest of Weibo Gaming can just march on through any other stragglers. JDG lose out on their solo laners in an instant. And now Weibo Gaming will take a more defensive posture. Shun, can you be a hero? Can you try and steal this away from Tian, who is having an all-star performance on this Kiana, reminiscing in the days of 2019 when Tian and Crisp won the World Championship on Fun Plus Phoenix. It really does feel like a walk down memory lane, and it's good to see Tian on a champion he is so damn good on.
With the experience differential between them. So they're going to TP. Let's see if they can use these bottom lane waves. They're teleporting straight onto Shun.
Oh,
that's going to be gone.
God.
He's dead right before this objective. Say goodbye.
That was so well timed. Xiaohu had channeled the Realm Warp before Breathe had completed the teleport. They instantly made the rotation. Now Pays is surrounded by all 4 members here. He's able to skate over the wall, but what is he really delaying? The inevitable death from Tiana there. Game. It looks like we're going the full distance here in our first series of the night.
At least JDG won a game this time in this series. That was not true of what happened in yesterday's games. Scout is going to eventually limp away. Great cancel from Xiaohu with the Seeker's Arm Guard. And that's just going to be another turret. This is Weibo playing on 2 waves with their Baron here. Another minute and a half of this with 3 grubs. This feels like an inevitability here for Weibo to finish out this game before 29 minutes.
We have now pushed past 12,000 gold advantage for the side of Weibo Gaming as they breach the base of JDG. Middle inhibitor exposed. Bottom tier inhibitor turret worked on next. The inhibitor will fall afterwards, and Weibo can now just take their time, leaving, getting ready for the 4th dragon of the game, and JDG contemplating if they just want to send it right here, right now. The teleport is behind them, but the Supreme Display of Talent just wiped away too! They're in the middle of the hodgepodge, and there is no bounce house except in Weibo Gaming's house. Pays gets destroyed, and Weibo find the final ace to finish game 2.
Let's go to game 3. Let's wrap this one up. Weibo made it look easy here in game number 2. Absolute walk in the park up against Jindong.
Alk.
for Crisp. I called it a theory, and now I'm just getting, it is my fault. Chris is 3-pointer all the way from China.
Both flashes have been burned by the top laners, but the Q3 connects, and now Shun can just lay his fangs and his darkened daggers into Breeze's back. That's how you want to start off for JDG's carry jungler, and it's first blood for JDG. Has an opportunity to always look for a revisit with his own flash.
No.
Scout could be compromised here, though. Xiaohu trying to set it up. Scout already 50% HP upon teleporting back. The Ishal's impact brings the child over to their side of the map. Scout trying to flash away. Tien still has a flash of his own. The shield. No way! Shun trying to block him against the wall! And Tien doesn't find the boulder onto Annie! Shun saves his mid laner from death.
But I think Tien right now, just ignore the dragon. Let's get topside scuttle if we can. Because we're halfway to level 6. We're almost at that timer.
No way. Scout sets up the stun on a Xiaohu, knowing that he does not have flash from a forge. Well, able to follow up, and now Shun
does not have anywhere near close to 6.
Does Breathe hit level 6 off of these minions here? I don't think he's going to have enough time. Here comes Chris, though. Can he find the Cosmic Binding? Oh, but it's dodged by Chuo! And the dive is successful from Weibo Gaming. They're able to drop the turret aggro, and Chris just wastes his flash for nothing.
He has a lot of camps on the bottom side if he should, but maybe just wants to use his power now.
Oh, Scout just looking for the straggler and Breathe. He has a flash, but I don't think he can get anywhere near for an escape route. He tries to flash away. The dark perception. Oh, the all-out from Xiaoshu brings him to the turret, and it's not enough to save him.
Oh, wait. Still one grub going over to Tien, and he doesn't have a smite here. All out's gonna fall. Okay, that's gonna be Weibo getting themselves 2 grubs. And how much more can they get on the bottom side here? Because Xiaohu is actually recalling. So who's gonna answer this wave? It's gonna be Breathe.
He'll teleport back to the bottom side of the map.
Up and can make a play for this objective. And Weibo, they have no ability to actually
look at Scout, look at Scout, look at Scout. He's trying to look for light. Hound's Pursuit. Tempered Fate is not going to save him. Impale locks him down 2. Breathe tries to follow up. Xiaohu is here for the play. Steals the quickness here. Tries to charm them all up. JDG, they're caught, but Xiaohu just does not do enough damage. But Light is able to thread a mystic shot onto the dog.
They got it.
Tien should be able to finish the job on the dragon, but Scout flashes forward. Takes out the Scorpion King. And Chris now trying to do what he can. Finds a Cosmic Binding. Breathe has to step up and find the Shuffle Box now onto Pace. Joe finds a great entrance, stalls Breathe, but just not enough damage. The York still able to live through it all, and Scout trying to find Light, sidesteps the Mystic Shot, just not enough, but it is enough at the end with the burn. A chaotic game 3 erupts at the Dragon Pit, Dimitri, and in the end, Weibo walk away with the Dragon on their side.
That's a huge win. 4 kills as well.
Prep themselves for the late game, and they're investing on the fact that JDG will not have the ability to close it out as cleanly. I don't blame them. Game 1, despite being a huge advantage, was kind of a mess when it came to that Elder Dragon fight.
Yeah. Maybe not cat ears. It is going to be JDG, though,
Scout does not deserve cat ears for this. Let me just say, Scout does not deserve cat ears for this split.
Not yet.
No.
He hasn't earned
not
it.
Yet.
He hasn't earned it.
He has not earned it yet.
I feel like they are, yes, they scale. I think they are slipping a little too much, giving too much to their opponents, and I feel like part of that is the fact that Xiaohu and Tien are very muted in this game, and obviously Breathe did not find the matchup that he wanted.
As you called, Dimitri, JDG just slowly bleeding out gold from Weibo Gaming, one turret after another. At some point, Weibo are gonna have to contest them, because if they just continue letting this gold lead slide, not been synchronized. Ooh. Not been the same as we saw it in Split 2 when they were really
dive Scout.
in form.
They're gonna dive Scout on this wave. They need to be able to get this done before the turret falls. Scout, you're too far up.
Scout able to flash away from the Cosmic Binding. Dwo for the re-engage for the flash. Grand entrance forces Crisp away. Dwo trying to deal with Breathe. Here comes the rest of JDG trying to assassinate and help bail out Scout, but he's already gone. Weibo trying to continue the chase here. Xiaohu has the quickness stolen from Dwo. They're trying to kite this one out. Shun pressuring on the top side of this fight. Weibo still have the numbers advantage. They just need to stay alive.
Spells available from JDG. Herald's gonna spawn on bot side. Can Weibo get into the pit?
Tempered Fate available from Chris if he wants to stall this fight. A lot of damage is already onto Paze's health bar. 4,000 HP. It's going to be close on the smite. Can Shun clutch it? Will Tien be a hero? Cosmic Binding into the Tempered Fate. It stalls the Otacon for now. Xiaoshu trying to distract Tien. 1800 is going to be close. Shun clutches the smite on the Otacon. Here comes Scout with the Rift Herald. He's going fast and furious. Tokyo Drift on them as he knocks them up with the Rift Herald. And here comes the resets. The Hound's pursuit from Shun finds light in the back line. Breathe completely isolated from the rest of his Weibo Gaming squad. And Shun will BM him with the penguin emote. Breathe is gonna go down, and JDG win big in the Otacon pit. Prevent what pretty much was the biggest CC wombo necessary for JDG to secure that objective. And now with the gold advantage on their side, massive pockets. JDG uncontested on the third dragon of the game.
Oh boy. So Baron spawns in 2. Bree's gonna try and look for something topside, but everybody from JDG is already making their way over. The teleport here from Xiaoshu, and Xiaoshu's looking.
Oh, that's a lot of damage though. Xiaohu just deletes Scout, but the punish from Zhuo and Xiaoshu is going to be massive, but Xiaoshu able to sustain. The Rod of Ages now fully stacked up makes him a very, very tanky Silas. And the rest of JDG cannot get to the top turret in time. Big objective bounty secured for Weibo Gaming. Let me self-correct.
It'll be JDG getting first push on mid. They're going to play explosive though. They do have a ton of damage. Navori Flicker Blades available. Scout's looking for Tien.
Tempered Fate will stall the pick on the Tien, but he's still in a world of trouble. Flash available, but the quickness into the slam from Xiaoshu, not enough. Tien is able to escape over the wall. Light now in trouble. Flash stun from Scout. Forces Light to cleanse and Arcane Shift away, but Paze is able to kill off Crisp anyway. JDG still have a 5-4 advantage, but Tien, no flash available, has to rely on being able to get into the Baron pit with the Ishtal impact in order to find the steal.
Oh, Tien's dead.
Hound's pursuit onto the Skarner. At the Impale can install the fight out, but Xiaohu and Light just don't do enough damage, and Light is forced to run away and abandon his mid laner for certain death. Breathe is pushing
Wait, they
on
can't
the
get
bot
it,
side of
though.
the map. JDG, can they still do both? Can they answer Breathe, and can they contest the Baron? They should be able to.
Okay, it'll be Inhibitor falling. Light is going to go mid. This is going to take JDG a little bit of time to take this Baron. And while all this is happening, Breathe is splitting on the bottom side. So it's a 3,000 gold lead. It's going to creep to 4, maybe 5 now because of the 1,500 gold you're going to get from Baron.
Yeah.
It's only their second dragon, but because of them being able to find multiple picks and how extended that fight becomes, JDG can't actually properly punish now the Zayakin. Blade Caller into this entire Weibo team is disgusting.
Flash quickness run onto Xiaohu. Tempered Fate will stall it out. Can Xiaohu escape? The Cosmic Binding tries to stop Zhuo, but Shun finishes off the mid laner. And Weibo now down to 4 members. Breathe is forced to recall so that they can defend. JDG tactfully pushing through the lane that they lost an inhibitor in so that Weibo do not have pushing super minions in their favor. The first Nexus Tower falls. JDG on the victory march looking to close out the series right here, right now. Big Blade Caller catches Breathe. Decent damage onto the York. They're looking for Chris. He gets caught. JDG now 5-on-3. Annie with the Timber stun onto Tien. The Impale won't don't do a damn thing. Light tries to run away. The Blade Caller will force him back. Light still trying to stand tall, but there's no Nexus turrets to stand behind anymore, and it's an open Nexus. JDG strike back with vengeance and will close out the Rumble stage with a big series win over Weibo.
Alongside the series we just saw before, so push to the end of the split. We see this look from IG, all about team fighting. The front to back is going to be so incredible. Has a high potential, I think, in this game. So I feel like neither of our teams really branch out and immediately win the game at like 35 minutes.
It is nice for IG to claim a early dragon.
We're starting to see that Shadow is getting an invade. Is this typically the style that we tend to get from Wei? Or is it going to come out?
Wei doesn't have Cyclone yet. Shadow has level 6 with a level advantage now, but the Shy is just cooking him alive. Flash from the Shadow at the very last second, but Wei still has a Nimbus strike and takes out Shadow.
First blood to IG. And wow, what an incredible start to this. I mean, remember, this started off with Wei trying to invade on bottom side. I think Bin gets a solo here.
Is the Shy baiting in, though? But Knight is here first. Mako cannot save his top laner, Bin, being able to punish the Rumble. And right now, IG are just threatening the take of this dragon. It's an early TP from the Shy, just to guarantee priority. I don't know if BLG can answer this in time.
Mako's gonna stop him. Weaver's Wall's coming through.
He's forced to pop the quickness, tries to flash away onto the Shy. He stalls him, but the second dragon is secure, but the Shy is compromised here. Good knockup from Way. Public execution onto the backline. They finally find the Shy, but can they find any more kills back? On is in danger. Rookie is looking for a quick flash onto the Rakan. He just needs one more spell in the tank. The Q cooldown comes back up. It's the auto tank. Ooh, not enough damage. Flash from Shadow, but the stun from Rookie stops Shadow in place. Elk trying to pump out damage with the feathers, but Mako flashes away for the blade caller in time. Way now trying to run away. He dashes over the wall with the clone and he flashes away. Rookie, can he make it out alive? Shadow still has the Grand Starfall if he wants to look for the chase. Gala might be pinched here. Grand entrance, gets the knockup. That's the cleanse out of Gala, trying to dissuade the quickness. Meanwhile, it's Way looking for Shadow. He doesn't have flash from the fight before. This is a great pick. That's the fate of Warfare secured for IG, but now Way might be in trouble here. On and Elk looking for the collapse. There's no quickness anymore from On, but Bin might be able to look with the public execution. The flash right on top of Way. The former teammate of BLG getting isolated by both of his former side laners, and they goes down. Mako and the Shy trying to fight this one off. Equalizer not available. Timbers lands a stun on the Knight, but he flashes in time. On getting cooked here by the Shy. Elk trying to kite his way to victory. He has no Feather Storm. The Flame Spitter, it's enough to burn him down. Bin could be next. Then Gala finds the double on Yanara. It's just Knight left, but Shadow's coming back off of base, and he has Grand Starfall in 4 seconds. IG are masters when it comes to the mid and late game macro.
IG 3 grubs. They're gonna squeeze so much from this turret. It's a Herald spawned in... Oh, he takes the Herald, so he just finished it. Okay. No play here.
Mako.
Oh, okay. That is his flash missing. Really important as this dragon is started, but...
For a deep flank through this line brush. The Shy is here with Equalizer available. They try to look for Mako first. Way is waiting for his time. The Equalizer's perfect! Flash from Way! Looks for Elka to the backline. Still gets caught with the Feather Storm. The follow-up is massive! IG pull off a beautiful flank, and BLG lose out on Knight and Elk.
IG look like the most poised team that we have in the LPL. A split.
Oh, but this is good response from BLG, looking for Rookie, who is overextended. Big shutdown goes over to Bin. Knockup from Mako, seizes them up. Gala looking for the follow-up. One more auto attack. It's not enough.
Gala!
He gets stunned up by Shadow under the tower. A mistake is costly to Gala. It's a big shutdown going over to Shadow's pockets. On doesn't find the Shy with the knockup. Range flash Tibbers. Unfortunately,
the Shy guys.
The heroics end here. As you note in the picture-in-picture, the Shy does get dove by BLG successfully.
Gala tries to squeeze. He's like, I can get this. He's 100 HP. Trust. Doesn't end up happening. It is going to be a bottom lane tier 1 going over to BLG. Most likely not even this turret. A huge flank, and instead of grabbing the turret, we're going.
It's a TP coming in. They're looking for On, though. Bin finds a public execution on the way. The Cyclone binds a knockup into Elk, but he goes down. That's a shutdown going over to Knight. Shadow comes from the bottom flank. Gala is in danger, tries to flash away, but the Comet Spear executes him where he stands. Mako could not save his AD carry in time. The execution from BLG finds Mako through the damage reduction, and BLG pull off a near ace at 19 minutes.
Finally, IG overextend their hand, and BLG snap the trap. Invictus now coming up.
Picture.
Let's go to live. Let's go to live.
Holy moly, another fight from BLG trying to invade IG in their bottom red quadrant here. Shadow goes for the stun on Mako. Massive damage. The seismic shot from Knight kills the cow where he stands, and IG lose out on their support. There's not an objective to play for. I take that back. Otacon is alive. Wait, you're going to have to find a miracle here.
This is such a tough spot for them to walk in. You're walking into Talia and Pantheon. I think a massive loss here.
It's gone.
It's going to be this going over.
He doesn't have enough time. Yeah. Flash away, but where are you going?
He's dead.
You're gonna try to teleport out? There's no safe place for Rookie to go. The flash ends up being a waste of a summoner spell and ends up giving the gold to Bin anyway.
After objectives or after big fights is a huge piece of the game plan. Rookie overextends, not that similar level of protection like we have seen from him in multiple games from IG. They're gonna make a trade on the opposite side of the map going for this dragon. They know they have a lot of dragons. They have at least 15 minutes that they can play with to get themselves into a better spot, and look for that soul. So what are IG going to do? They're going to split open this map and look to take another turret here. So short-term gold gains.
Going into the pockets of BLG.
IG right now, they can't even push more on this bottom side. There is a Baron spawning in 35, and they recognize this is not an objective we're going to be able to take. Mako using the ghost there to get out of that play. Very important.
To take out this tier 1 turret that has been hanging for the past 15 minutes. They try to step up, get some auto attacks in. Mako gets flicked back. They finally find it, but Wei is forced to use the Cyclone. Public Execution finds the backline. Here comes the Grand Starfall. Where's it going to land? Equalizer onto the backline. Forces up to go up the air, and he flashes away for the shy in time, but he's still burning 9 and on into the backline. IG are winning the frontline war for Shadow out. Wei flashes after the Shadow, but he gets the blast cone. And he might be able to make the escape, but Wei has a Nimbus Strike. The heal from Mako to give him the movement speed. A knockup from Mako sends Shadow back to the grave. And Baron is up for the taking. Do IG try and rip this objective here?
It's going to be pick after pick. Bin has teleport and knows Grand Starfall. IG are going to rip this Baron.
Do they just want to look for the turn? Do they look for the burn? BLG trying to pressure right now. On finds a knockup onto Rookie. He's gone here. Wait, he's still alive! The teleport comes in for Bin! Rookie is still alive at 2,000 HP! Wait, has the smite! He smited early, but he still secures it for himself! BLG now trying to corner IG into the Baron pit here! Wait, tries to distract him! Gala is kiting for his life! Wade's giving his life to try and front line! Elk is able to find the Featherstorm in the Blade Call, but Gala still lives! And now Elk can get in, he has no summoner spells! Mako tries to give the world for Gala to survive! Rookie and Gala the only ones! Gala! Elk gets the slow onto Knight! And he's running away! But Knight finishes him off with a flash and a throw of another rock.
Top side here, Knight's going to try and track him. Again, no flash. It is so dangerous. That Featherstorm. Objective goes over to BLG.
Trying to get the knockup in the Shadow, but Wei is nowhere near. He's trying to play for the flank rather than play for the objective, trying to see if they can cut off the entrance point or the retreat point of BLG. Public Execution was sidestepped, and Grand Starfall from Shadow gets him out.
Used to get out of that situation. No Weaver's Wall with no Public Execution.
On, gets knocked up. Oh, Gala deletes him. Rookie sets up the Cyclone for Wei, and Gala and Wei find Elk into the back line. Mako tries to punt Knight away, gets knocked in by the seismic shove. Bin goes crazy, slices him down where he stands, and Shadow executes him with the power of the Comet Spear. But IG still pushing with 4-man strong. They get the tier 2 turret.
Can they grab Baron Wave? It's 10 seconds left. It'll be Inhibitor for IG. How back and forth has this game been, man? Look at the gold lead now. It was only 2,000, but even as we started that Dragon, missing ult from some of these members, but I think you're fine with that trade because of the Baron spawning in a minute.
Woo! Quick hands by Wei to be able to dodge the seismic shot. He's going for the flash on the Knight. He knows that he doesn't have a summoner spell. Wei just unleashes the Cyclone, and the shot will incinerate the golden left hand where he stands. IG able to pick off 2 in an instant. There's no objective to play for in an immediate instant, but 50 seconds on Baron, a minute and a half on Cloud Soul for IG. They're going to take this time to push and break open the base further into BLG's hands.
They've got a wave on bottom lane that's going to push. They're going to grab themselves the Inhibitor. BLG are getting their base cracked multiple angles here for IG. And what I would like to see for them is squeeze as much as possible with these objectives spawning in such a short time.
They're trying to test BLG's metal here. The flash forces Elk to go in the air with the Featherstorm early. One Nexus turret goes down. Rookie gets deleted, but his sacrifice is for the greater good. The Equalizer forces Shadow and Elk back, but On comes back for the grave. Finds a grand entrance, stalls the fight, but Wei is still alive and he's hitting on the Nexus turret. The Nexus is open. IG will lead the series 1-0.
Holy crap, the Shy. That is a great way to counter the Scion.
I have only seen Mordekaiser legitimately played in LTA.
Yeah.
He's against the wall! Fall breaker! Connects! Oh! He connects it! Oh my god, and he dies! IG find first blood with the most creative opener from Wei!
Getting priority in mid lane, and Scion, who is pushing around this Mordekaiser.
Oh, Rookie might be in trouble here. No point. No, why are you flashing?
Shadow's dead!
Okay, it's a 1-for-1. It's a 1-for-1 for IG.
It's the flash away from Rookie as well, so they can revisit this lane.
I mean, when
Wei
does
slow down,
that,
and then it starts on. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, flashing from Knight.
Yeah, Rookie doesn't have flash from before, so Knight can easily set this up, and On is here to secure the kill alongside Shadow. BLG able to answer in stride.
You have to make it through this laning phase. He has his camps on the bottom side as well. IG are playing an aggressive strategy early on and are finding a lead for their jungler.
Now the big question is, can IG translate that advantage into a map-wide lead?
There's no vision here from Thashai, but a Galio ultimate in the wings.
Thashai doesn't even bother popping the ultimate and try to find a 1v1 here. He's going to pop it against Knight. Galio's going to have to space this one out until he comes out of the Death Realm, where Elk and On are waiting for reinforcements. Thashai still has a flash available. Hasn't used it yet. He pulls Knight into the tower range. He flashes the last second and dodges the piercing arrow. But Shadow is here. For the win becomes lightning, dashes in under the tower, and claims Feat of Warfare for BLG.
Different tools for them to be able to play. I don't believe they're going to go for this time. Wei has ultimate though, level 6, and they have Rookie.
He can just send Wei into the middle of 3 people with the Shockwave. Who's going to take the turret? Wei goes in under the tower. Shockwave clips Elk out. The flash, and Wei makes it out alive. Are you kidding me, IG? But the piercing arrow into Fog does not find Mako.
Okay, so this will mean that BLG can move in, and I think that Wei is more than likely only going to be able to grab one of these. He's already completed his... He's way ahead of his jungle pet right now. Like, he's almost level 7, and he has his upgraded smite. So he gets 2 grubs. That's a huge win for IG.
Remember, this is the beatdown composition from IG. They have to find the lead early on.
At first say on this dragon, it is IG on the move in mid lane when you have this Sivir. Very easy for them to push, and they were not able to get level 6 onto Mako in time.
Oh, here comes Bin looking for the unstoppable onslaught on the way. He goes down. The Shockwave is just wide. The Shy's going to TP in. Misses the mace. Tries to capture the Shadow into the Death Realm. Tries to force the 1v1 into Xin. But he has a flash once he escapes from the Death Realm. And the rest of IG are just missing a lot of their abilities here. Mako finally finds the Pop Blossom, but it's a deterrent. And it doesn't even force them away. BLG still get Mako in the end. The Shy in danger. Tries to hold his ground with the power of that shield. Decimating Smash will clip him for a knockup. Decent damage onto the Mordekaiser. Not enough to take him down, but BLG able to hold their ground.
Nico's advantage is that her ultimate is one of the most undodgeable skill shots in the game.
It is something that has unfortunately been a little characteristic of IG. And Knight just solo kills the Shy under the tower. Wow. I didn't think he would have enough damage for him, but I stand corrected.
Outrange your opponents, stop someone like Nico who doesn't have a ton of HP. But he's going to walk forward into Shadow.
Here's Galio comes out as a deterrent. Here, Shadow tries to dash on the way, but it's the immediate flash from the buy. Looks to re-engage, cease and desist. Right onto Shadow. There is no crescent guard, but Knight is able to stop Mako from getting into the backline with that Pop Blossom. Shockwave hits 2 people on the Elk and Knight. Down goes the Archer. Wei will give his life for the greater cause. Shadow slays him where he stands, and now IG have to decide if they want to stay in this jungle quadrant or they want to get the hell out. Mako is too low to stay and fight. On in trouble. Rookie tries to isolate him. Here comes Knight for the assistance. The taunt stalls him out, and Rookie is just caught by BLG, not able to finish the job on, and this will open up BLG to get the Rift Herald.
Who cares about the kills? BLG are getting the objectives here. Way overextending, and I want to say, despite Elk dying in that fight, his ultimate is what makes or breaks this. If we get a replay, I want everybody to be watching that Varus ultimate because it completely separates the fight. It'll be a turret at least in trade here, but BLG, they get at least one of the grubs.
And he's accelerated to the point where he can not only sustain a lot of burst damage, but he can also dish it too. IG dropping the dragon, trying to now clip Knight on the top side, knowing that he is deathless, and they're trying to put a stop to this Galio train. But Wei not able to find the Vault Breaker, as Knight just able to space himself out. He should be able to escape. He's not. Oh, wait. Vault Breaker. What is happening? Oh my god, Knight. That was close, but he still comes out victorious. The action doesn't stop here. Mako finds the Pop Blossom in the mid lane, but Bin is too tanky to be threatened here. Shockwave does stop him. Elk threatened to 100 HP. Rift Herald was already used to drop the mid-tier 1 turret.
And they grab themselves the turret, so a really strong set of plays, and now another turret falls here as IG are slipping in this game repeatedly here.
And even if he does, I don't even think that he still beats Knight in the 1v1 there. So now, Wei is just overplaying his hand, and he needs just to slow down, as now the Shy loses the turret for safety, has the death realm, and will send Shadow there with him. But I don't know if he can bring him down before he comes back to reality with all 4 BLG members surrounding the Shy. And it's the Cyberbully train once again. IG will try to answer in the mid lane. Wei is just going to force the issue here while Bin is trying to protect it with all his might. He is forced to flash away. And IG at least able to trade, but BLG are going to do the same on the top side.
I think this is really risky for BLG. How much longer can they stay on this side of the map? Because they give up this dragon. IG are going to go for bottom lane tier 2, and they will be in position for Otacon that spawns in 30. BLG take this fast enough that they will get their recalls in, but it is incredibly important that not a member from BLG falls.
Mako taking up the turret
Mako.
here. Bin is tanky, but is he tanky enough? No, that is the answer for them, and Hero's entrance from Knight is just a little too late. If they can combine the efforts of the Shy's ultimate and Wei with this flank that BLG have no idea is happening, they can steal the Otacon right under the noses of BLG. It's all about patience. Shadow goes for the engage first. Bin opens up the unstoppable onslaught.
Oh my god!
Wait for the shadows! 4-man shockwave! Pop Blossom on the 3! IG turning around onto BLG! And they wipe the floor with them! Patience is rewarded from IG's jungler as he springs the trap right under the nose of BLG!
Here's another one. Elk, you've been getting dove, you've been getting fought, and you will go down yet again a third time to Wei and Gala. And what a fantastic way to fight back into this game and find what is essentially a 5% play to get you back into this second game. Otacon and a bottom lane tier 2 alongside an ace.
Elk, who the hell is this jungler? At the beginning of Split 1 playoffs to eventually make it to third in playoffs, Split 2, and now trying to contest BLG for second seed as a massive engage from BLG will find Gala. Mako in trouble, able to get away. IG, oh no, the Shy got punched back again. Wait a minute, he kills Shadow. He has a death round. Wei goes back in. They're trusting the Shy's call, trying to follow up, but he gets assassinated by Elk with a piercing arrow, and there's nothing that IG can do. And it's another classic IG moment where they have overextended their hand and they're welcome. BLG able to punish.
Look at that graph, man. That AI, I don't even care about that. Show me the gold graph right now. This game has gone back and forth. A fight that finally goes in favor of BLG. There was obviously a lot of spells missing there.
Costly. The Shy waiting in the Dragon Pit, Wei on the other side of the wall. Rest of BLG trying to funnel now through the bottom river entrance. Knight is far, but he has the Hero's entrance to join at a moment's notice. Bin stepping up, taking space now. The Dragon started up by IG. Remember, this is Infernal Soul on the line for BLG. 6K, 5K.
With the flank.
Knight looking on the left side. Shadow is sent to the death realm, and Wei secures the Dragon, denies the Infernal Soul away. Now IG, what is the target? Elk is stuck in the pit. He's deciding when to flash. They both flash at the same time. Hero's entrance, trying to follow up on Bin. Shadow goes back. Mako flash over the wall. Pop Blossom gets no value, but Gall is free hitting him, but he's surrounded by all members. He has to fight through Wei. He has to fight through Wookie. He has to trust in his team to carry him through. Knight surrounded. He's forced to flash. Gall follows Knight over the wall.
Is this a Gala Penta?
Into the stasis. IG, wait a minute. Gala looks for the Quadra.
The execution coming around in those objectives.
In a world where Gala is unpressured and unthreatened, he reigns supreme more than any other AD carry here in the LPL, and he shines in the biggest way. Then Sivir will always reign supreme with her AoE damage, the ricochet blades, and at this point, Elk has been outscaled. Wei trying to pressure from the right side flank. Goes in onto on, decent damage, 50% HP, but Wei goes too far, and IG lose out in their jungler. The Shy doesn't have another Death Realm here, but
Gala.
look at Knight. He's separated. The Shy gets blinked out here. Knight goes down, but Gala now has to carry this fight through. Pop Blossom, can he give space?
Oh my god, Mako!
Push to the side, what happened? Gala drops his GA, and the decimating smash, it is canceled by the shockwave, but Gala cannot survive in a 1v4. BLG hold on to dear life.
But does it give them the game? Ultimate does not land there from Elk.
Rookie still jumped on. Hero's entrance coming through. Rookie is gone from the rift. and BLG are trying to set up for the Infernal Soul. Wei forced to flash away, trying to
live.
run from the rest of BLG's reinforcements here, but Shadow finds it with the wind, becomes lightning. A GA available on both junglers. Wei has to preserve his life so that he can play for the Infernal Soul. Cease and desist onto the backline. Gala, he flashed into the wall. Oh no!
No!
IG's AD carry now down to Summoner Spell, trying to save Wei, but he is still isolated for the rest of his team. He will not survive. The Shy is able to bring Elk into the Delth realm with him.
Wait a minute.
Finds a 1-for-1. The Shy is trying to 1v9 right here in the middle of 4 people, but I don't think he can get it done. BLG will slay the Giant. Mako's gonna come in with the Pop Blossom, but where is the follow-up?
He's doing the dragon! Gala!
Gala's trying to secure it! Gala secures the Infernal Dragon! He takes out Shadow GA, but he gets founded by the Unstoppable Onslaught. This game is insane!
Going on in the second half of the split. Creative team fighting there from IG. We're getting engaged onto Gala. The Shy might go down here.
He pops the Death Realm, looks for the Shadow once again. The Bin might be in trouble here. Shadow surrounded by all 4 members here. Pops the Crescent Guard, tries to buy space for the rest of his team. Knife follows up with a big taunt. Shockwave hits. Gala still alive, still firing with the Ricochet blades. Knight about to go down. The stasis won't save you.
Is this a penta?
The golden left hand is stripped from the throne. Another quadra kill for Gala. And this just might be the last one on the Rumble stage. On doing everything he can to stall the minion wave. But the Shy will teleport in and ensure that On cannot secure every single minion from being able to crash.
Wait, they only have 2. They can't end here. Mako's not even here. This is just going to be an inhibitor. The wave is going to come through. 18 seconds. I'm looking at Elk now. Elk, is he going to be able to survive? These minions are going to fall, and they still have a GA. Can IG end here?
On kills the minion wave. They're trying to brute force it right now. I don't think they can do it, but then another minion wave is coming in. Elk spawns in 3 seconds. IG are gonna send it.
I think they've got it.
Their story ended in doubt. But IG, can they even get a chance to end it here? No, it's not gonna happen. The Shy, he got the Death Realm. He's gonna end it. The Shy will end the story of LPL Split 3.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.